Good morning to you all. My name is Josh Banks, as you might know already. We are back for this weekend for the Monaco Grand Prix, having one of the most full grids we've had this season with 16 drivers this weekend. So you come into this round with Robin Kreft, I think, leads the championship by a few points, with Albert closely behind him. What was I going to say? I will be, if you go to F3, Mark Bratby is racing in F3, and if he says if he crashes out halfway through, then he said he'll come and join me in commentary. So you might expect him halfway through the race or through qualifying. So yeah, and I don't know what's going on here, but I've got a glitched. There we go. So the optimal strategy around here is, I mean, you can do softs to mediums and softs to hards around Monaco. So 39 laps of this race. It should be interesting what these guys will do. Like I said, 16 drivers, probably the fullest grid we've had in a while in F2. So and it's for the Monaco Grand Prix as well, so that'll make it very interesting. And quite dangerous as well, because you know the carnage that can go on around here, even with 8 drivers. So 16 drivers, yeah, drivers will be a bit more cautious this weekend. But we have first car out on track, and I think it's a Merrill. Yeah, it's a Merrill first down track, so he's coming up to the casino at the moment on the soft compound tyre. I think he's followed. Yeah, he's followed closely behind by Oliver Coleman. Obviously, Monaco being one of the most historic tracks in on the F1 calendar. One of the Oh, actually, no, he's not out first. It's the Williams that are out first. It's actually Brad who's out first. Being one of the most historic tracks in Formula One, being one of the most longest rail It's been held for many years in a row, since I think around 1960 or something. Yeah, so it's always a treat to come to Monaco. As Brad is about to start his lap on the soft compound tyre. Oh, he's just done an install lap actually. So we'll go to his teammate, who's on the hards. I think he might be. He's doing an actual flying lap at the moment, as he opens the DRS coming down the main straight. Coming into turn 1, you want to be taking quite a bit of curb there, and he's actually spun it out of turn 1, and he's been collected by Oliver, looks like. So that is him parked out of turn 1, and he's holding up the rest of the field, and it looks like a Mercedes of Albert, or the Mercedes of Ethan, has come into Brad, and he has taken his wheel off, and there's just a car park out of turn 1 here, coming up to Casino Square. So a Strucken Williams blocking the road. The Toro Rosso of Melbourne just gets through. He just turned in, you saw he just turned into turn 1, and then just the exit, he's got a bit too much throttle, and just the rear just stepped out from him. So that's quite unfortunate for him, considering he was fine until someone came and smacked into him. But they expect a lot more of those this weekend at Monaco. I think the next person on the flying lap, it would have been Brad, would have been Oliver. Oliver's actually starting he's finished a lap, he's done a 10-2 in the Scuderia, and then the Merrills just followed him with an 11-5 in McLaren. So that'll be Owen will be starting from the back of the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's not ideal, considering this track is one of the hardest tracks to overtake on the whole entire calendar, or it probably is the hardest track to overtake on the whole entire calendar, being very narrow and things like that, so he won't be too happy with that. You've got Melvin and Amar who just set a lap, but it wouldn't be representative because it's a 34, or around a minute 30s, so that won't be very representative at all. Albert is treadling back to the pits with no front wing, and he's letting the people go through Raskas. And the pit lane's quite chaotic at the moment. Double stacking Ferraris waiting to come into the garage. We have Matthew on a flying lap in the Red Bull on the medium compound. Coming to the casino now. And he'll be making his way to the Lowe's hairpin, which is it's actually the tightest corner, or the tightest corner on the F1 calendar, going around 48 kilometers per hour around that corner. Very tight, and it could be one of the overtaking opportunities this weekend. As Amar goes to the top with a 9.9, and that is on the soft compound. And as I said, that Ludwig has gone. Oh no, Ludwig's already on a lap. Well, he's already set a lap. See Rady coming through the swimming pool chicane at the moment. By far the fastest part on the track. Through Raskas. You really want to hug the inside wall there, or get close to it for a shorter line. Oh, as we see that one of the Toro Rossos nearly rear-ended his teammate. I think that was Ludwig. Just nearly rear-ended his teammate coming into the chicane. Albert's come back out on the sauce with a new fresh front wing through the tunnel. Obviously, if you are in the league, there was some debate in which we should have the Monaco Grand Prix at night or day. We had a poll vote, and it was the day voted for this weekend. I do not know why people were voting for night, but oh well. So as Albert is coming around the final corner to start his flying lap, as we see McLaren coming out the pits into turn 1, takes quite a bit of curb, quite nicely through turn 1. He makes the twisty run up to Casino Square. Got to get the best racing line through there, because it could compromise a lot of time in your lap through Casino Square. Forgot what this corner was called, but coming up to Lowe's hairpin now, you really want to hug that inside curb. He's done it quite nicely. As he makes his way up to the tunnel, he's coming into the tunnel now. Probably one of the fastest places in the circuit where we will reach higher speeds where you would on the main straight, and yeah, obviously in the tunnel. You're coming through the swimming pool chicane now, flicks it in left right through the next part, coming up to Raskas, hugs the inside wall, clean through there, through the last corner, flicks open the DRS, and he will come across the line to set a 1 minute 10.0. It's not good enough for provisional pole at the moment, with about a tenth in it, with Omar still on top. I'm still running the pink helmet this weekend, from last weekend where we paid tribute to Antoine Hubert, who died in that horrific F2 crash at Belgium. And I was saying that Robin has gone P3 with a 10.1. Ludwig has actually retired from the session. I'm not sure if that's due to crashing on track or of him just retiring because he thinks he can't improve his lap, but oh well, we won't. We'll have to see if he will say. Emerald on a flying lap. Obviously the wheel would become a very good factor if you're using the wheel this weekend. The pad not as, I wouldn't say not as strong around Monaco as the wheel. Just due to how many corners there are and how quickly you have to flick the wheel, or flick your pad, or flick analog stick I should say. Emerald comes to the pits. We got Rady, I'm pretty sure he's on a flying lap. Brad goes P5 with a 10.5. Through Raskas he comes. He pulls into the pits. So we don't have March or Lucas who's set a lap time yet. Everyone else has set a lap. Well, obviously Owen hasn't set a lap because he got piled up at out of turn 1. As I say that, March goes P13 with a 12 flat. Melbourne's going through the swimming pool chicane at the moment. He's around 10th and a half down on his up on his lap. Coming through Raskas now. He pulls into the pits. Luca is... Ethan's on an outlap. Same with Robin, who's on an outlap. So Amar at the moment setting the pace with 7 minutes to go on the session. Could we see Amar's first pole position since F2 last season, where he was so dominant in the Ferrari? Oh, we've seen a Renault who's actually had a spin. That is Amar, speaking of the devil. He spun coming up to Raskas. He's just trying to flick his car back around, and he'll be wanting to go back to the pits. Robin Kreft is starting a flying lap. He's just coming through the casino square now. Up to and through the Lowe's hairpin. Still, he's running that pink helmet as well, so he's still paying tribute. Into the tunnel we come. Coming down into the chicane. You want to keep quite close to the curb. Want to take a really short line through there. Flings it in fast left, coming through the swimming pool chicane. Chucks it to the right. And then the run up to a Scary. I mean, not Scary, Raskas. Through the last corner, hugs that inside wall. He's run out of ERS, but he's going to come across the line to do a 110.0. And Ethan goes P2 with a 9.9. And there's only 5 milliseconds between Ethan and Amar. Amar has come out on the mediums, so he thinks he can improve on the medium compound. It's a daring move, but if he's confident enough, then he might be able to do it. Oh, we see a Williams parked at, I think it's just letting people go. Obviously, it is hard to let people go in qualifying in Monaco, because there's such little runoff you can let people go through, or let people go. I think Oliver's on an outlap. Albert is on a flying lap. He's coming through Raskas. Oh, he's pulled into the pits. Robin will be coming into the pits as well. I don't know if you can already tell, but I have purchased a new mic. Oh, I thought that someone just joined the party, but it was just me. Around 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Or 3 minutes actually. Aaron will be coming out to do the last flying laps. How am I doing here? Oh. So Lucas actually hasn't even set a lap time yet. So he'll need to be coming out around now if he wants to get a lap time, and both the Red Bulls come out at the same time. Brad goes to the top with a 9.6. So that is one of the championship contenders on pole position here at Monaco. So he's put the Mar by around 0.3 of a second. But Amar don't think he'll get out for another run unless, actually no, he probably will be able to get for another run, but he'll have to scramble out the garage. See that rear cam of the Williams. Merrill's on a flying lap. He's just come through the casino. He's round the 10th down on the, up on his time. Sorry, I always say that. I don't know why. So he's gonna keep his lap going. He'll improve on his lap, but I'm not going to say too much because it is a Merrill. Through the tunnel, coming down into the chicane. I actually forgot what the chicane's called. If you're in the stream, tell me. I always forget so many names at Monaco. He's 5/10 down. I mean, 5/10 up. Sorry, as I correct myself. Into Raskas. He's pulled into the pits. Robin is coming back out. He doesn't have much time to get around the track at all, so he'll really have to push on his outlap if he wants to get another lap in. Yeah, so he needs to push to get to the line. Oh, I don't think he'll do it though. Amar will need to push as well. And you can see him just giving you full beans. Oh, Luca's actually got some wing damage. Hitting the wall just before swimming pool. And he's running an Italian helmet because obviously he is Italian. Running Antonio Giovinazzi looking like helmet. That will definitely be invalidated. I'm not going to continue with that. So Lucas hasn't even set a lap, and he won't set a lap because he's run out of time. Brad has run out of time. Albert has run out of time. Robin think he's just made it. Oh, as we see, he's being impeded there by Brad. He has been impeded, so that is Robin's lap done. We have Melvin on a flyer. He's got the Alfa Romeo blocking his braking point. We see a Red Bull must have straight lined the chicane. No valve chicane, thank you, Yevgeny. I just forget, sorry. Melvin's actually got 2 missing end plates, so that would be ideal. But he's going to continue on anyway. I don't think this will be an improvement. No, it won't be an improvement. So that is your qualifying done for the Monaco Grand Prix. Robin down in P5. It's not the ideal or the best thing for him for his championship fight with Albert. But we see Brad taking out pole position here at Monaco. Oh, so we actually have Amar with a 5-place grid penalty. Same with Ludwig. So Amar will drop down to P9. Melvin will drop down into P14 with those penalties. So that is unfortunate there for Amar. He had a pretty good qualifying except for that grid penalty. But that is your qualifying results for Monaco, the Monaco Grand Prix. As we come and go into the race, we just need to wait for the drivers to sort out the strategies, setups, things like that. And then we'll be underway with lights out very shortly. As we'll just wait for everyone to load already up. I'm expecting some carnage, so strap your seatbelt, strap in, put your seatbelts on, and get ready for this Monaco Grand Prix. I'm sure it'll be quite eventful as we line up for the formation lap. One Williams on the front of the grid, one Williams at the back of the grid. As we have on pole position for Monaco with around 0.3 of a second between him and Albert, we have Bradley Betts. On P2 we have Cameron, I was going to say Cameron Betts. We have Albert Ramirez Garcia in the Mercedes, and then we have the other Mercedes of Ethan behind him in P3. P4 we have Robin Kraft, who's been bumped up to P4 because of that grid penalty from Amar. P5 we have Oliver Coleman in the Ferrari. P6 we have Matthew in the Red Bull. P7 we have Melvin Sabaka in the other Red Bull but in the Toro Rosso. In P7 and P8 with the 5-place grid penalty we have Amar, who did qualify P4 but is dropped down to P8 because of that penalty. P9 we have Luca in the Haas, the only Haas this weekend. P10 we have March in the other Ferrari. P11 we have Mark in the Alfa Romeo. P12 we have Emeril in the McLaren. P13 we have Ludwig in the other Toro Rosso. Rady in P14 in the other Red Bull. Lucas, who didn't settle up in qualifying in the Racing Point, and Owen rounds off the grid because of that turn 1 incident, which made him not be able to settle up in qualifying. Pretty good timing there as the cars come back onto the grid for the race. We'll just wait for Owen to get on the grid. He is starting on the medium, so we see around out of the top 10 we see most people starting on the medium except for Ludwig. Oh no, don't tell me we've got this. Build with 5 lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. Luca's got a jump start, it's lights out, and away we go. Looks like Ethan has had a very good start. He's trying to get a teammate into turn 1. Looks like we've all got away cleanly so far. Brad leads up the hill, up to Casino Square. Ethan has jumped his teammate, Albert, down into P3. There's been squabbling there for the last podium position between Oliver and Albert. There's been no carnage yet so far. Coming through the Lowe's hairpin. Oh, Ethan is trying to get past Brad there. He's given a little bit of a tap. Ethan has underfueled his car as well. Let's just see if everyone's gotten away cleanly. Oh, there's been a little bit of a car park here at the Lowe's hairpin. That is if Lucas a little bit far back, coming into the Noval chicane. All gotten away cleanly here so far, through the swimming pool chicane. The top five have sort of separated themselves from the rest of the field through Raskas. And that is the first lap done here at Monaco. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Owen has made up a few places. He's up into P12. Rady's pitting for, I'm pretty sure, a new front wing. Yeah, Rady is pit for a new front wing. So there has been a little bit of damage there. Amar's got some front wing damage as well. So through the lows happen. Top 5 coming away here. Melvin's 1.5. Oh, Ethan is losing many places. What is? Oh, he's spun it. Coming into the tunnel, and he's got some wing damage now. But Brad leads from Albert, from Oliver, Robin, Melvin, Luca, who's made up of some places as well. He's had a very good start, but he's got wing damage. He's going to have to pit. We have Mark, Emeril. Oh shit. The Ferrari of March, Owen, who's up at the P10, starting last. Ethan, Luca's got his wing changed. Ethan is getting his wing change as well. So the front field quite far ahead of the rest of the pack. 2 seconds separate Melvin to Robin. I'm trying to see if these drivers can keep their noses clean. As you can see, Albert is quite is getting quite eager to get past Brad here for the lead of the race. We finished lap 4. Coming to turn 1, looks like Brad cut it a little bit, and that might have been a warning. Oh, Albert's going to think about going down the inside there. Oh, you see Albert getting really impatient to stay behind Brad there. He's giving a little bit of a tap into those hairpin. Rady set the fastest lap of the race. Amar sets the fastest lap of the race. Coming through the tunnel. Top 4 look like they're quite even on pace, but Robin looks like he might be dropping off a little bit off Oliver, who is around half a second off Albert, who was just desperately trying to get past past Brad here, because he is looks like he's showing some quite decent pace here at the moment. As you can see, he's using overtake ERS down the main straight. So I think the pit stop window for softs is around lap 12, around there. And if you do, you can go on the hards for the rest of the race. And I think some circumstances you can go on the mediums as well. So. We have a mid-pack fight here as well. of P6 all the way down to around down to P11. So we have a bunch of cars there fighting for the midfield position. And Merrill's up into P8, starting down P13. He's made up a few places. Owen looks like he might be looking for a move there on a Merrill. So good job there from Owen, making up some places without getting any damage. And most of these guys are on mediums as well, except for Ludwig. So the top 6 all on softs, with Ludwig on softs as well, down in P11. As Owen gets a little bit hairy out of the last corner. But we'll go back to the front here. Elwood's still pressuring, putting the pressure here on Brad. He hasn't got a comfortable lead at all, having 4 cars quite close to him behind, especially Albert, who's eager to get past him. And I'm sure we might see an undercut here on Brad if he decides to do that. It'll be a pretty good opportunity to undercut here, but there's no point going in now because way too early. Oh, actually, Albert's lost a little bit of time here to Brad. Or is that just through this fast section of the swimming pool into Raskas? Getting that nice helicopter shot of the top 4. So they all have DRS except... Oh, Robin's pulled into the pits. So this is a really interesting strategy here from the McLaren boys. He's going to chuck on the hard, so he's going for the undercut on Oliver, and maybe on the rest of the top 3. So we'll have to see where he comes out. So Robin looking like he wants to go to the end of the race on these hards. He hasn't come out in traffic, so that is good for him, but he is around 2 seconds behind Ludwig. So he won't want to be getting held up anytime soon. March is coming to the pits. He's chucking on the mediums and getting a front wing change for his Scuderia. So he will need a pit again. We'll see. Owen has actually gotten past some Merrill, and he's looking for Mark here in P6. So Owen making his way up through the field very nicely here, as they get a bit shaky through Novel. And Matthew leads his pack. But we still see the top 3 still quite closely bunched together. Oliver not falling off too much, but Albert's still really on the back of Owen, really harassing him for. You tell he wants that lead of the race, and he wants this race win. You can see how close they are, just in Lowe's hairpin, getting very, very close together. Nearly touching each other, in fact. Luca gets a 3-second time penalty. I think it's his first one of the race. As we can see, Robin is getting held up by his teammates. He is in this midfield scrap. He's getting caught up in it. And he will not want that, because he is going for the undercut. On the top 3. As Merrill actually being a very good teammate, leading his teammate through, because he knows he is the quicker car, and he knows he's trying to go for an undercut move. So good teamwork there from the McLaren boys. Owen is gotten past, he's up into P6 actually. He's trying to get to Matthews, pulled into the pits. So we'll see him chuck on the hards, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Red Bull crew coming out with a hard compound tyre. Chucking on the hards. Good stop there from the Red Bull crew. So that has given Owen a little bit of breathing space to start pushing a bit more now. Robin is coming to the back of him. He is on the hards. Oh, we have Mark Bradbury who has joined us in the commentary. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all?
Pretty, pretty good. Been a pretty eventful Monaco Grand Prix so far.
Yeah, well, we had an absolute carnage in F3 for the first couple of laps.
Considering we do have 16 cars, there hasn't been much carnage. We haven't had one retirement yet, as we see Albert coming to the pits. He'll be doing the undercut, or we'll try and be doing the undercut here on Brad. So he will be going to the end on the hards.
I'm just loading in, ladies and gentlemen, so give me a second.
Because Oliver's actually lost quite a bit of time here to Brad. He's 2.8 off, considering he's only around a second off before Albert pulled into the pits. And he is getting harassed by a back marker, so that is not ideal. So, question mark, did you take out Jordan, or was Jordan out of the race?
No, I was, and still currently the only DNF.
Alright.
Didn't take part in qualifying, just put my setup on, wanted to start from the back and miss all the carnage, which I did. Got up to P10 and then just pushed a little bit too hard, lost a bit of wing. Went in and got that fixed, lost more wing coming out of pit lane, and then lost a whole lot coming out of the tunnel, including my front left tyre. So yeah, that kind of ruined my race, unfortunately. But I knew Monaco wasn't my...
Session no longer exists, error.
Okay, Josh has just left, so I'll take over here. Brad's in the pits with
okay.
The Ferrari of Coleman.
Wait while we have some technical difficulties at the moment.
Yeah, some technical difficulties here, ladies.
If you could invite me, Mark, that'd be great.
Yep, I can do that for you. Can I? Can I?
Oh no. We need one of the drivers to invite me.
Yeah, you'll need someone else to invite you, Josh. I can't seem to invite players. Or can I? No, I can't. That's weird. Sorry, Josh. So you'll just have to.
I'll have to wait for an invite. While we wait, story time.
So we've got the Mercedes of Albert in P1. Brad in P2, right behind him, only 4 tenths.
Oh yeah, we invite.
Then you've got Owen in P3.
Please.
The Ferrari of Colo Man in P4. Redimus in P5.
Robbins has sent me an invite, so I'll be coming back.
Jeremy in P6. A Red Bull P7. Dutch guy Lucas in P8. No Name in P9. Chargers 1000 P10.
So apologies for that technical difficulty, that we are back, loading back into the lobby. So
Robin Kraft has crashed out by the look of it, or did he not make the start, or?
Robin Kraft? Oh, yeah. Robin's out of the race. He was he was looking on getting a podium.
Oh,
I've no idea. Okay. Well, we haven't had a chance to capture what happened, but.
And Owen's still yet to stop in the second of the Williams.
Oh.
So the two leaders are still.
Oh yeah,
tail.
Hmm.
And Owen's got a Ferrari up his gearbox just for.
We've got the first retirement of the Grand Prix. Robin, probably one of the most least likely drivers to, I thought, would have crashed out, has crashed out.
Amar Singh's just been overtaken, and he's lost all of his front wing in the Renault.
Through the lows happen. Oh, you see, Alba's actually gone past Brad here for the lead of the race.
Yeah, that all happened out of the pit stop, so I don't think Brad come out in front of Albert.
Oh yeah. Well, we did see Albert go for an undercut on him, so that has worked for Albert.
As the Ferraris got past
I think it's 2-3.
Amar Singh's
oh yeah,
out.
Mars crashed. So Mars out. 15 drivers remaining. So I'm wondering, how did Oliver fall off the back of Brad? Because he was tailing him, and now he's 8.4 seconds off Brad now, where he was fighting him for the lead of the race.
Yeah, I think he just got held up by Owen a lot, who's on the medium compound tyre.
Owen's actually doing quite a good job, because he did start from the back of the grid from a... Oh, as we see Rady doing a very good move there on Owen.
And Owen's in the pits. We'll see how this goes for the Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll report if anything changes.
Owen had crashed in qualifying due to spinning out of turn 1 and being basically a car park out of turn 1. Started from the back, but he would probably come out around P6. Yeah, around P6, P7, P8, P9.
P9.
Jesus Christ! All right. We have got a midfield fight here at the moment between Luke, I don't know what I'm saying.
That guy Lucas.
Yeah, we got Matthew.
No name.
Matthew, Lucas, and Ludwig. Amaral here is on the back of Mark in the Alfa Romeo. Oh, he's trying to go around the outside.
Oh, yeah, he's too.
Through Lowe's hairpin.
Got another pit stop here for the Ferrari. So that's now 3 pit stops.
But Brad is not letting Albert go.
Battle here for the lead, yeah.
Yeah, he's not letting him go. We saw Albert harassing Brad at the start of the race, but now the roles have reversed. And now it's the other way around.
As Readimus is in the pits, sorry Josh.
Oh yeah, so he's going to go to the end on the hards. He could have gone onto the mediums, but he did start on the mediums, so I'm pretty sure. So there's really no choice to go into a different tyre.
Well, he's almost collected.
He's almost collected Ludwig out of the pits. Coming out of the pit lane.
Very close.
Very, very close. But yeah, this midfield pack is building bigger and bigger as we speak.
So just to give you a rundown on F3, ladies and gentlemen, I'm still the only retirement.
This midfield fight going from P5 all the way down to P9.
Yeah, it's a good little trainee. And as we all know, it's very hard to get any passing, so...
Yeah, as we saw this year at the Monaco Grand Prix, Hamilton
There's a Haas very slow in the tunnel there.
Yeah, he's been lapped.
That must be Luca getting lapped, yeah.
Like as you said, it's quite difficult to overtake. You saw Hamilton, he had the most shredded tyres you could probably imagine, and he still managed to keep Verstappen behind him. And went on to win the race, so... Just shows how difficult it is to overtake here.
So this big trainee from P5 back...
It actually is a train, physically it looks like a train.
Yeah, invite these two, a Mural and the Alpha, if they can just keep a bit of pace onto them, we'll invite them into the fight and make it a 6-car fight, 7-car fight, so...
And Owen's a little bit off, but he's coming back. As you can see, if you go to the front, you'll see the train just like a snake just going through the hairpin. Luca.
Oh no, there's carnage.
Lucas has done a bold move through the hairpin. He ghosted on Mike. Oh, what is this? He just squeezed him out. He squeezed Ludwig out. Who did he squeeze out? He squeezed the Red Bull out into the wall, and that makes the Toro Rosso get as Ludwig has completely cut the chicane.
Completely cut it.
You saw the front of the Toro Rosso get lifted in the air Oh,
There's
yellow
front wing
flag.
damage on Lucas. There's front wing damage on Owen. There's front wing damage on
That was a very bold move there from
Redimus.
Lucas. And Lucas is coming into the pits.
Oh, it was.
Oh, we see the first three of that
There's
train
front
coming
wing
to the
damage
pits.
on all of them. Yeah. It is absolutely carnage.
That's Mark
So
up in the pit. Look how many places Mark and Emerald just made. P6 and P7.
Yeah.
Down from like P11 and P12. And Ethan, there's a 3-car fight here for P6.
Yeah, with Chargers getting into it.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of these guys started in the F3 at the start of the season, but because of their pace, they've been brought up.
As we've seen a couple of people being demoted from F2 as well. One of them being Banana Josh.
Yes.
I think we've seen a couple of people move, volunteer or choose to move down to F3. I think we saw Connor Paisley and Ken Doyle, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
who opted to move down after round 1.
Also, we've just had another retirement in F3.
And we've seen Mark get a penalty.
So now they've got 16 runners left.
Where's Jordan at?
So now Brad's starting to fall back off Albert. Jordan's just retired.
Oh, as I say that.
Just retired. As you say that. Oh, they got a virtual safety car. Jordan crashed at turn 1 by the look of it.
Brad looks like he made a lot of time through the Noval chicane compared to Albert.
Don't know if Brad's just charging up his battery trying to get a move done or...
Still has DRS. 8/10 of a second separate them. It is a very short main straight, so DRS isn't as effective as it should be. But
yeah.
Oliver's
I
actually...
personally think we should... Yeah, sorry Josh?
Oliver's actually catching up to Brad. He's gained around 5 seconds of time.
Yeah,
he's down to 3.3.
Yeah. 3.3. This midfield battle is still on for 6, 7, 8. And then you got one for
Merrill and Mark.
9, 10, 11.
Merrill is off at the Noval. He's got some wing damage.
What happened there?
I think him and Mark might have got into a little bit of a, an altercation.
Or did Merrill just try and dive him and
I don't know, I just
around?
saw the yellow flag scroll down and then Merrill was just parked at the Noval, so...
Alright, so that's taken that battle off. So we still got one for P9.
Ethan's coming, Merrill's coming.
Lucas, Ranimus and Owen.
The two Toro Rosses are doing quite well at the moment, P4 and P5.
Yes.
So that this might be a very good point scoring here for them.
Oh, that Lucas has dropped out. Lucas has left the session, so hopefully he can get an invite and get back into his car. Otherwise, he won't be classified.
It looks like
as
Brad
a
might have
finisher.
made a bit of a mistake because Oliver's jumped him. And he's fallen quite far off Albert.
A lot of time, yeah.
What has happened there?
He's got all of his front wings, so maybe he just spun it or gone down an escape road.
I won't say it's an escape road because he is only 5 seconds behind Albert. If there was an escape road, he would have to turn around quite quickly like Superman, but...
Yeah, it's just... seems a bit weird, like maybe missed his breaking point here.
We're missing quite a lot, eh?
Deep.
Mr. Merrill at the Noval,
yeah.
He gets a penalty, as Brad actually gets a penalty.
Brad gets a penalty for corner cutting.
We miss Oliver catching up, we see Brad falling back. We missed the overtake for the lead.
So we've got a Force India here in the way. He parks it on the inside of the final.
This could help Oliver quite nicely here.
Yeah.
And that has gained Oliver. Actually,
that's probably
Oliver,
one of the ugliest looking let throughs that I've ever seen.
Oliver's actually lost time from that.
He has too. He's lost a second.
No, I'd say around half a tenth. I mean half a second, sorry. You can just see how separated the field is. You have the top 3, then you have Melbourne, who's just come out of turn 1, and then you have the rest, Ludwig coming just through the last corner, Mark coming through the swimming pool, Rady just coming out of the Novell, Owen's just coming out of the Novell, Lucas who's coming through the tunnel, Ameryl's coming through the tunnel,
Lucas Ghost,
Matthew's coming through to the lows. Yeah, the field is very spread out.
So Albert's about to lap Luca.
Yeah, as Luca
lets him go.
Good move there from Luca.
Yeah, smart move there from Luca, but that's cost Albert a little bit of time as well, because now is it Oliver in the Ferrari is caught back up. He's caught a second and a bit up.
Yeah, but he's still got to get past Luca, unless he lets it past here.
Yeah.
Or if he just decides to hold him through this whole entire little sector.
Yeah, this little straight here that we're about to come into is where I got let through by a slower car.
Oh yeah, there he's letting people. He's let him through, but he's going to hold up Brad.
Going to be unfortunate for Brad to catch him so quickly through this section, because there is nowhere where you can let him go until you get down into the tunnel. Brad's right on his gear.
Oh, Brad has been
spun himself around.
I don't think Luca helped that either.
Eagerly. No, I think Luca just...
Oh, he's nearly...
almost carnage there with
nearly clicked at a mural.
As well.
He's still in P3, but he has got wing damage, so... Oh, as Lucas has gone sideways through the tunnel.
Oh, no.
Carnage here on lap 22.
So has he got control of his car again, or is it still
I don't know.
Ghost?
I don't actually see him leave.
AI. The leaders are in pits.
So they're doing a 2-stop. So that's interesting. So Oliver's followed him in. We got a Mercedes versus Ferrari battle here.
Well, but Brad's got front wing.
Yeah, so Brad's gonna have to
front wing to change, so that's gonna cost Brad a lot more time. Oh, safety car, safety car.
Oh, we have got a safety car here. What has happened here?
What's going on here? Sorry for not catching that, guys.
I think it's just due to I think it's just due to the amount of carnage we've had with the debris.
Well, it could have been because of Lucas's car sideways in the tunnel, but
there's no incidents anywhere. It's just I think it's just the amount of debris that's on the track.
So
we have got a safety car. So that will definitely help Brad. So he's only lost...
It's going to help us as well, because it's going to bring the field
Brad has
all
come
back
into the softs, and he is going to be behind Melvin. I'm just wondering if...
compound tyres
I was just wondering if they're going to make it to the end or not. If they are, then he's going to have to nurse them quite a bit.
Quite a bit, yeah.
He'll have to... If he wants to, he can push for a couple of laps, but then he'll just have to conserve for the rest of them. For the rest of the race.
I mean, you got 3 laps of safety car, so that'll take it to 26, which will want 13 laps on softs.
I mean, you don't really know how long a safety car will be.
Oh, they usually... Oh, there's...
Oh, Brad, he's got more wing damage.
Here.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Oliver...
he's trying to...
Toro Rosso
he definitely shows he's angry. He's pulling back into the pits. Brad was just trying to dive up the inside at a Rascas, and Brad's pitting again.
Yeah, I don't think Brad realised that the train was so close and everyone was going through, and Brad just couldn't.
Yeah, I don't really think that was Melvin's fault, though. So.
But Melvin's got front wing damage out of that as well, so he'll be kicking himself now because the train's going to catch up as.
And there's actually a lapped car between the leader and the rest of the field. Oh, actually, no. There's Oliver. There's Albert, Oliver, and then there's a lapped car of Matthew, and then there's Melvin. So.
Oh yeah, that Red Bull's out of sync, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's been lapped.
Yeah. Good spot in there.
Brad
Josh.
comes out in P5. he's come out on another set of softs. So he's definitely committing to the softs. It wasn't just a mistake.
Or he's made the same mistake twice.
True.
But if Brad's not careful, he'll catch his train again and run up to the back of somebody else. As he almost does it.
So as we saw in Season 2, we have another safety car. Or we have a safety car for Monaco. But it's fully dry this time.
Everyone will just have engines in lead, no ERS. As I say that, Oliver's running at medium ERS for some reason.
He's running hot lap.
So will
high
Melvin
actually.
dive in the pit? All Melvin's in the pit.
Yeah, so he will.
So
I mean,
what will he jump
would have
on?
been better
He
if he
could
did it
almost
as the
jump
safety
on
car
the
came
softs
out.
from here.
Because he is going to lose quite a lot of place. Or quite a few
Yeah,
places.
he's going to lose a lot of places here.
Oh, he's getting a wing change actually.
Puts on the softs.
So he's going to do what Brad's doing. He's going to go on the softs to the end. Merrill's doing the same as well, and March is doing the same as well. So
yeah, but March is a few laps down, so he might just be.
5 drivers who are doing softs.
Yeah. So out of all that, Brad hasn't come out too bad. He's back in P4.
And there is another lap car, Lucas, in front of Brad as well.
Yeah, lap car, but yeah, in between P3 and P4.
There's 2 lap cars between P3 and P4.
2. You got the 4th in here.
Just wondering if the whole field... No, the whole field isn't actually on the safety car train yet. March is still trying to catch up. It's only March we're waiting on now at the moment. It's just going through the lows.
Yeah.
So wait on him. To catch the train.
March a bit from bit of embarrassment getting so far back.
Yeah, but he's been lapped. I think he's been lapped. I think he's lapped. Been lapped
car
twice.
in this lap, Josh.
Yeah, so March is going to have to get his move on if he wants to catch to the grid or catch the pack before the safety car pulls in.
Alvin's got it all bonked up. Emil's out of the race.
Albert's backing up the pack. Any moment now we'll be getting underway.
Owen's got a 5-second. Oh, there's a lot of 5-second penalty for collisions here.
As we green flag here, back racing.
Green flag waves. Owen's back in the pits. And the Toro Rosso is back in the pits as well. March is back in the pits. So Ferrari be running out of bank to front wings.
They're probably stealing some tyres from Oliver's side of the garage.
Yeah.
He's used all the sets throughout the whole weekend. He's serving that 5-second stop go. Oh, 5-second, 5-second stop go.
So
Oliver gets a
3
second.
seconds of warning.
If you can, Mark, check the penalties.
Yep. I think I might be here for a while.
Ludwig is on. I'm just sort of worried about the top around the top 4, top 5 time penalties. Oh, Oliver's had a spin through the Novel chicane and he's lost places.
Oh no. So
he's down in P5. But the question is, will the softs make it to the end? Well, Brad was looking for a move there and threw Raskas on Ludwig. Ludwig on 17 lap old hards. Brad on fresh softs. There will definitely be a pace advantage for Brad.
So Brad's got 3 seconds worth of time penalties.
I've been watching Brad. He's cutting the first corner quite hard. Always he gets a bit touch and go with Ludwig there. I think he might have a bit of wing damage actually. He's going to try to send it. Yeah, he's got a wing damage on the front, on the right side of his car. He's got missing an end plate.
This is just absolute carnage, ladies and gentlemen.
He's squeezed past Ludwig. Quite an aggressive overtake.
Ludwig's going down very quickly here, losing spots.
Well, yeah, he is on 18 lap old hards, and he's dropped down to P5. Oliver We see Rady's actually in P3. So I was actually saying, was that an actual lap? Was Matthew the lap car that was in IA was? So if Rady
So
just
Eloise
stays with
Brad's come
Brad,
back
when
to
these softs
P2.
start to die off, Rady could jump him for P2, and don't put Oliver out the picture either. He's there, but he's actually got some wing damage. He's missing an end plate. Same with Brad. Brad's missing an end plate. Rady's got a full front wing.
Yeah, but he's on 12 lap old medium, so his tyres will be screaming by the end of this
Look how the
stint.
safety car's just playing into Elliot's hands. 9.9 seconds he's got now.
Yeah, yep. I think that was more from the spin,
Yeah.
and it's... So we've got a lapped car of, I'm assuming, old mate in P9 coming up to this battle for the second.
Lucas has invited me to a
Three
party
car
for
battle
some reason. I don't
second.
know why. Maybe he wants to commentate. Should we invite him in here if he wants to commentate?
Well, Lucas is still racing, isn't he?
Oh, true. Nah, we'll just leave him. Don't know why I invited him to a party, but okay. Yeah, 11.6 seconds now. Albert is gaining around 2 seconds on that one lap.
Oliver's tried to move at the final corner, at the penultimate corner, and hit the inside wall. So that would have damaged his wing a bit more.
His wing was damaged already, and now he's probably got a bit more wing damage. But wing damage not ideal around Monaco, being one of the the highest downfall circuit on the calendar.
Yeah, well, you might think that it's a slower circuit than the rest of them, but it's really just a handful to get your car around you without getting damage.
Good job there from Matthew for leading them
As
past.
Luvic comes into pit for a new front wing yet again.
And soon that stop go.
What's he serving? Serving a stop. I thought they did that before they touched the car.
Yeah, I thought that as well, but looks like that's not the case here.
So he comes out
So
just in front of the Alfa Romeo.
The two Toro Rossos are running P4 and P5, but now they're P6 and P7, so falling back a bit. Let's just see how much.
Well, they both have just recently pitted. So.
Everyone up to P9 has been lapped.
Brad's in the pits now. So Brad's dropped back down now. So Redimus, is this his first season?
Yeah, he's got quite a bit of wing damage on the right side. He's missing a big chunk of his front wing. So how many pit stops is this for?
Oliver's missing end plate as well.
That's 4 pit stops there for Brad. He comes out behind his teammate.
Passed by his teammate cousin.
That's Rady up into P2. We got 9 laps to go here of the Monaco Grand Prix.
And Albert's just cruising now for a certain victory. Almost certain victory. Anything could happen, but...
16 seconds, I mean... He just needs to cruise home, or, you know.
Yeah,
his championship rival, Robin, crashed out. So that'll put him quite a few points ahead. Amiral's retired.
Only
so
just left the session.
That's the 4th retirement of
Oliver
the
gets
race.
another 3-second penalty.
Him and Rady are on a... Robin says he wants to join comms, so... Might as well invite him. Yep.
Warm his voice box up for F1 in...
Yep.
what, just under an hour?
Yeah, just under an hour now.
So we've got the top 3 ladies, well, for the second spot on the podium.
As we have Robin in the party, joining us in commentary. Good morning, Robin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good evening, Robin.
Yeah, I had an error code, so I don't actually see what happened to you on the stream, so...
So, What sort of carnage have you been watching here, Robin?
Yeah, just unlucky I was behind Owen and I didn't pay enough attention when I saw Oliver going out of the pitch and I had just nowhere to go and my left front was gone.
Oh, Oliver's actually got more damage. I saw a bit of front wing fly off his car.
Just to inform you here, Josh, we've just had a position change for P11. March has now picked up one position. So Luca has had a terrible race in the Haas.
Guessing that'll make his weekend a little bit better than it was.
Yeah. He's come from, I think he's had 7 pit stops, and he's made a position up. That is phenomenal.
Well, how many stops was Luca had?
Luca's only had 3.
7 stops. Jesus Christ.
Owen and Brad are
as you say, as I say that, he gets the wing damage.
Back into the fence, yeah. So it could be 8. Which
As
is
Mark is
double
trying
our
to
next best.
he's lapping Luca.
So both Williams have had 4 stops each. So they would almost be out of front wing stops.
So this will make Rady a lot more comfortable than he was before. That wing damage
Yeah,
just leading
remember
up
Oliver's got 6 seconds worth of penalties as well, so...
Yeah, but you've got Owen who's 19, or basically 20 seconds off him.
Yeah. But Albert's still pulling this gap out, isn't he? He's now almost 20 seconds out.
The two Williams are getting for a little bit of a battle here for P4.
Yeah. I wonder if there'll be any team radio. Brad's on fresh tyres.
Owen gets an instant penalty.
Time penalty.
From that corner cut turn 1.
So this could be a tasty little battle here.
March just another penalty. Yellow flag sector 2.
So did someone else in front of him.
Ludwig's had a moment. Out of the Lowe's hairpin, and he's got a big chunk of wing damage. He's hit the wall in the tunnel, and he's out of the race.
Oh no.
That would have been a very good result there for Toro Rosso. Was looking positive for them.
Just lost that P11. Lucas got that back.
It was looking positive for them for basically the first half of the race. They had pretty good positions, P4 and P5 I believe. Now one's out, one's down in P6, so you can just see how quickly things can turn upside down in Monaco.
Brad gets a time penalty, multiple warnings.
I think Rady has a bit of wing damage as well, so that's why he's not pulling away.
He does, yeah, he is. But
March gets a 5-second stop go, and then instantly get another 3-second time penalty. Check how many penalties March has, because he's just got 8 seconds in about a space of around 3 seconds.
Who am I looking for? March.
Rady's missing both of his end plates. I was saying earlier, Robin, this race will take a big chunk out of the championship fight between you and Albert.
Yeah, I just checked the standings and I'm now 37 behind, 77 points behind Albert.
Brad is yet to get past Owen. We've got 4 laps to go here. Oliver gets another 3 seconds.
Radim and Oliver are now tied on points. I mean penalties.
5 seconds. You would have already got that. Warning, 3. Warning.
Even if Oliver does get past the Red Bull, he still won't. We need to extend his lead, or extend the gap out if he wants to keep the place. Now it's looking quite hard for him at the moment just to get past him.
Yeah, March has got 14 seconds, so...
Oh, so he's doing a McKenzie there, is he?
March would almost be in danger of getting disqualified for too many penalties.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, for those who don't know McKenzie, as I've dropped him from commentary due to his lack of effort to get up in the morning.
and yours truly is in a championship battle with Jordan in F3, so I can't permanently make the change.
Yeah, so if you're watching and you're interested in commentating, let me know.
Just remember, ladies and gentlemen, alongside F1 today we've got F4, and I think our two commentators for that are Albert and Joe. Joe was our commentator from last week due to Robin having his problems with his PlayStation eating discs.
That's what happened to you last weekend, wasn't it, Robin? The PlayStation eating discs.
Yeah, it didn't give me my FIFA disc back, and I was just on victory place. So I was pretty pissed at that.
So, Brad's in the pitch, so that throws the Williams battle out. Albert's pulled another 8 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to go for fastest lap.
Next two. So
getting a wing change.
This is absolutely crazy. These two, Readiness and Oliver, they've both lost end plates on their respective cars, and Albert just cruising, absolutely cruising. He's still running in
nearly 30-second gap.
He's still running in hot lap mode. That is absolutely crazy.
I think he's going for fastest lap. Yeah, he's going for fastest lap.
Yeah.
You
can just see through the hairpin, he's gained around a second.
Yeah.
And that is 30 seconds. 30 seconds, there you go.
The next two don't have front wing. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, almost side by side coming into Casino Square.
Oh, hits the Red Bull hits the wall.
Car coming into it, so this is now fully on here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll pass you back to the main commentator, Josh, to run you through this.
So the lap car, definitely. Oh, we saw the Luca get into another incident, trying to get lapped, or people trying to lap him. He's trying to dive down the inside on Luca.
Oh,
he's going to hold up Oliver though. Oh, he's let Oliver pass, but that has given Radio some breathing space.
Some breathing space, yeah.
Oliver hits the wall again. The gap is now 34 seconds.
I thought Luca might have just outbraked himself there at
Yellow flag. Oh, we've got Brad, who's retired from the race.
Oh no!
So has he done that?
Brad with fresh tyres.
I think that
you've got to wait a bit of time.
Let's see. Jump on board here with Matthew and see where this is at. Matthew has extended his meetings 20 laps. So where has he done it? He must have been to a casino or... No.
Well, he hasn't been... Yeah, right there, turn 4.
Yeah, just out of casino.
Out of Casino Square, yeah.
Hey, and March is going to make up another place. He's in the points.
He's in the points, look at that.
He's going to come up to P9 actually. So that's 2 points.
And he jumped Luca again. How does that work?
Luca's just letting everyone pass. That's his job this morning.
This race.
36.6 seconds. This will have to be a very dominating win from Albert.
So Luca with 8 stops currently on his final lap. About to start his final lap.
He's on his final lap.
So his 8 stops the most stops we've seen in a race. I do believe he has got front wing damage, so I won't curse him too much. Oliver's lost a lot of time out of Luca. We'll jump on board here with Albert coming through the final sector.
Up to P6, and he's not too far off lapping the Toro Rosso. But Albert coming through the last couple of corners now through Raskas. I'm stupid. Rounds the final corner. Comes across the line to win the Monaco Grand Prix. by around 40
almost
seconds.
40 seconds. That is crazy.
But we'll have to see. Oh no, yeah, Rady has got 2.1 seconds now. You can see how big the gap is because they've just come through the Novel now.
Yeah. There's F3 are about to... Oh, excuse me, about to finish their race as well.
Who's leading in F3?
So Rady will get another podium.
Ludwig in the Alfa Romeo is leading.
Rady will come home in P2.
17.5 seconds.
Oliver Coleman will come home in P3. And Melvin will come home P4. March gets another 5 seconds. Unserved penalty. Yeah.
Penalty.
But Owen
I'm
from the back of the
surprised he got
grid,
any unserved
starting
penalties
P16, he is going to finish P5, and he's missing completely. He's missing the whole right side of his, or left side of his front wing if you look in front onto the car. We'll invite the top 3 into the party. Where are they? Coleman. Where the hell is he? You, because you came into the comms before.
I was still in the race when you joined.
Oh, were you?
Yeah,
you were in the race, I remember that. Podium celebrations, spraying the champagne.
Ooh.
Albert,
Over to you, Josh.
Albert, you got your Monaco race win, and you won it by quite a distance as well. I think around 40 seconds between you and Oliver. Oh, Oliver's actually jumped Rady. Oh well. You had quite a bit of battling going on with you and Brad at the start of the race, but then that safety car really just helped you run away with the race victory.
Yeah, I don't know what happened at the start of the qualify. I think it was Owen that crashed and was stopping all of us in the middle of the road, but then I managed to go up to P2, second place. And then at the start, my teammate overtook me, and he crashed trying to overtake Brett. Because he was so slow at the head, he was going so slow, and I knew I had the pace, so I tried the undercut. The undercut worked. I put fast, he put medium, and I knew that his tires won't last until the end of the race. And then the safety car came. I was so lucky to pit and put mediums and get away, and I didn't expect to have that big gap between the first and second.
Yeah, I didn't really expect that either, but it happened, and yeah, congratulations on your race win. It really extends your championship lead over Robin, so we'll hopefully see you for Canada next weekend.
Yeah, of course.
Oliver,
Home race weekend as well.
you hear me, Oliver?
Yeah.
You got P2 in the race. You had the top 4 at the start of the race had quite a good battle there. But you fell off a little bit through the mid part of the race, and you managed to come back, fighting Rady there for second place. But yeah, P2, you must be pretty happy.
Yeah. Peace is always good, but the reason Albert got such a big gap is because we both had wing damage, and it was literally a battle of penalties at the end, and it was just impossible to get around anyone. After our pits, I got held up by the other Williams, so there was quite a big gap, and then caught to Brad, I think it was, and then the safety car came out because I think an AI hit Brad, which was quite unfortunate. But I thought I could try and challenge Albert a bit more if the safety car didn't come out because I had the tyre advantage. But I'll take P2, it's 18 points, and if I can go up the championship even more.
So that is definitely a very good result there for you. Hopefully we will see you next weekend for the Canadian Grand Prix. Radio, can you hear me, mate? Oh, Ray's not even in here. So I don't think we will be having an interview with Rady. So that will be our stream over, and that will conclude the Monaco, or this year's Monaco Grand Prix for F2. Very eventful race, as you can agree, Mark.
Yeah, look, absolute carnage. I thought I might have been coming into a bit of a cleaner lobby than what I was in, but yeah, just a great race there by Albert. Oliver to come P2 due to penalties on track. So a great race, and we hope to see you all again at Canada.
Yeah, so we do have the F1 category and the F4 category, which is starting up this morning as well. Both start at 10 o'clock, so make sure to tune into those live streams. But for now, that is the Monaco Grand Prix. Signing out from the commentary box, Josh Banks, Mark Bratby, and Robin Kreft, who joined halfway through. We wished you a good day, and we'll see you next week for the Canadian Grand Prix.